Alrighty guys, I again am Smelly McTroll, and yeah, you might remember me from such speedruns as Ninja Turtles Manhattan Missions. So here I am back at it again with another obscure Turtles title, and this is the second one in the 2012 series. So we'll go ahead and get started here.
Hold on, I got this. It's kind of my
So we'll
thing.
see what name Mikey generates for us here.
Aha! That's perfect. Enjoy the game. Booyaka Shaman.
Booyaka Shot Man, a special one just for the marathon. Like, I had never gotten that one before. And time is gonna start once I select the file here. So I'll give it a little countdown again. So we'll go 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so first up is going to be just a little trip through the sewer. We get a little teaser of the sewer theme. And we're going to go on our way to talk to Master Splinter and go through some basic tutorial stuff. So he's just going to walk us through combat, just attacking, blocking, dodge rolling, and then we do get some wall kicks in this as well. That's kind of your basic arsenal starting off. So, this is kind of a modern take on TMNT 1, you could say. It kind of feels like TMNT 1 and also Radical Rescues
like
sort of mashed up into one. Also, watch the Dharma doll back there. I'll get into that a little bit later. It's a pretty cool Easter egg. First, we're gonna beat up on Raph a little bit. So we have these combo enders. If you hold the last hit of your combo and then press a direction, we get what's called a Daken Taijutsu, or they just call it a shell kicker. And then you get a cool little block in this game as well. Eventually that gets upgraded. And then a little dodge roll too. And then we'll just kick him right in the head. And then we'll go over wall kicks here as well. So Mikey. Mikey is probably the best character for movement.
No.
So he has like a little downward kick. It can hit some low profile enemies. And then you'll see it come together with my main method of movement. But right now, we got a 2012 series has a pretty strong opening. All right, now we'll get down to business here. Yeah, so there's Mikey's little angled downward kick. He actually has the best jump kick in the game, or best jumping attack, I should say. We got good R&D. Sometimes that mouser goes off to the right and goes into the electrified water and just blows up. And again, we get a little teaser of the sewer theme. It's probably my favorite theme in the game. Also, the music in this game is done by Jake Kaufman, so you already know it's going to be good. I know he did the Double Dragon Neon soundtrack and a few other games as well. And this game is made by Way Forward, so the same people that make the Shantae games.
Goodbye, sewer. Hello, city.
Alright, so on the way to the first boss. Well, really like the first item. Gonna go under here because there's some enemies up top I really don't want to deal with. And we're gonna take a little drop down here, grab that pizza. Took a little hit there, that's fine though. So, health management is actually very important in this game. Losing your turtles is pretty bad. At certain points, though, I am gonna lose them intentionally. And then we get our shurikens. So we get a nice 5-pack of shurikens. We need them for progression. So regular shurikens will destroy the blue doors, just like you see there. And we'll get a couple other versions throughout the run. The shurikens are also really helpful for boss fights. And some pretty annoying enemies as well. Right, don't fall here. It's a long way down. I'm gonna grab this pizza just to get back to full health. So yeah, instead of actually outright killing enemies, I just do one little hit, boom, trigger their iframes, and just go straight through them. And I still have not found a way to deal with that mouser. He hits me pretty much every single time. Boom. And then I'm just gonna grab a little health extension over here. If I can ever get it together, jump over that wall. Also a cool little Easter egg they put in here. Anytime you get an item, the controller vibrates in time with that theme. So I'm gonna do a little setup for later in the run. I'm just gonna go take a peek in here. So that's what's called a rescue room. Whenever a turtle loses all their health, they will just get randomly, I think it's random, teleported back to one of those rooms, which is somewhere around the map. There's a few jammed in each area. So a little TMNT 1 reference there. And I'm actually just gonna grab this because I'm low on shurikens and I gotta go through this door and another one up ahead. And these are meditation rooms. So that's where you can save. You also get your health replenished. The health of all 4 turtles are replenished there. And if you're out of shurikens, then it will replenish some shurikens for you. But anywho, here's the first boss.
Turtles, I can't wait to.
So we fight Raza right off the bat. Toss some of those over there. And then I'm gonna swap out Mikey for Leo. I believe Leo does the most damage.
Want a biscuit?
He's almost dead. One more. There we go.
See if Chris Bradford. I mean, Raza.
So when you swap turtles, you get a few iframes. So I can get just one attack in there. And then I'm gonna immediately switch back to Mikey. Because we're gonna go get our first movement ability. So Mikey's jump height actually does help out a lot here. This guy's gonna pursue me to the ends of the earth, and that's why these guys are very annoying. But that's not too bad. I do have to climb up the other side afterwards, though. Yeah, so we'll have a little chat with Casey here. And it's actually good not to be Leo. If you talk to Casey with Leo, then it triggers a bit of a longer conversation. Yeah, so he's gonna jump away, and then we are too. And I hope I don't lose Mikey here. Again, these guys are very, very annoying. And I have to go back down too. So I'll try to kick him out of the way. Oh. Oh. Okay, is there one down here? Yeah, he's down here. I'm gonna have to actually deal with him. Alright, and into the TCRI building. I think you can probably actually skip into there. But the double jump is good. I'm actually going to swap out to Donnie. Donnie's probably the second best for movement. Just because of the jump attack. Up, here we go. And there's a little skip coming up. And it's kind of one of those things where it only saves time if you get it the first time you do it. And here. So it's right up here. And it's a little bit easier with Mikey, again, with his jump height. Just want to grab lower on that wall. Oh, actually got it.
Ooh, what's this?
I'm sorry about that, guys. There was like a fire truck like right outside. Just didn't want that played through the mic. Anywho, yeah, so another shuriken upgrade right there. And then we'll be seeing this room a little bit later. And then I want to double jump in the right spot. Okay, got it. Push against the wall there. If you don't double jump correctly there, then you will actually stick to the wall. The bottom of it. Like, it's very annoying. It's right under the door.
I could use this.
So then we get smoke bombs. Smoke bombs you get in very limited quantities in this game, but they're very good. They're a really good movement tool. So they can extend your movement vertically or laterally, and they can also change your jump trajectory as well. But I don't kill very many enemies in this run, so drops are pretty rare. For that reason, I do go slightly out of my way just to grab some of the upgrades. We'll go right down here. We're actually getting pretty close to the second boss at this point. And drop down. I might take the emergency pizza down here. Just kidding. I'm gonna keep going. I still got Raph. In fact, I'm gonna switch to Raph here. So I take a little damage on this climb. But I framed out. And you're actually not supposed to be able to get this upgrade. Yeah, you're supposed to have the air dash and come up the other way. But well, you can grab very low on that ledge and then double jump up. And just got it, you know? Just like that. There's actually an upgrade back towards the left as well. And then that, oh, good drop. And then I'll just replenish everything here. And then there's a pack of shurikens I need to pick up right here. And here he is, next boss. Yeah, there are some like pretty hard sequence breaks that I found, but doing those, it takes more time than just going through and fighting like.
Oh, you like that, Buster Bullets?
It takes more time than just going through and doing it normally. Alright, so he's gonna do his thing. I'm gonna launch some shurikens at him.
Too slow.
Baxter, please. Alright, so I'm gonna kick him a few times, I guess. I usually enter this boss fight with Leo. Yeah, so he can get up and out of your rings like this. This is why it's nice to have shurikens for him. Alright. There he goes. So then we actually get this cutscene here. This is one of the mandatory cutscenes to watch. Some nice mutated mousers here.
So we're really...
But they are not actually enemies in-game. You just fight regular mousers. And now we get to hear, rather, the sewers theme. The good part of the sewers theme, too. Like, it's a nice little beat to clap your hands to. But first, a message from Slash. So what Slash is giving us here is the ability to use ground specials. More importantly, he gives us the ability to use chi. So you'll notice those green blocks that appeared right underneath the health bar. So those are used for a variety of reasons. And, okay, there's an enemy that's usually here. Like, despawned somehow. Yeah, so the ground specials, and yeah, they're not really great for regular combat, but I do use it on some of the bosses because you get iframes all the way through the animation. Gonna go down here. Ooh. Oh, I got smoke bomb drop too. So I'm just gonna grab those shurikens because I want as many as possible actually going to the next boss. Yeah, Slash is a good guy in this one. A real good guy. Alright, so I'm actually on the way to really the best ability in the game. Oh, actually got the dash through this guy too. You know what? We're just gonna wait here for just a couple minutes. This guy is the best character in the game. Oh, he's almost done. You guys ready for it? Yeah? Oh, he's still cooking. Okay. Okay. I think he's about to be done. Is he? Is he gonna do it? There he goes. So I was standing right on it. It kind of killed it. Yeah. So if you wait there long enough, that guy actually tosses a calzone out at you. It does replenish your health. I think it counts as like a pizza slice. Actually, a little bit more than a pizza slice. And then we just smoke bomb through here. I'm actually going to switch off to Mikey because he can take these screens a little bit better with his jump height. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, he had to take his time on that one. You know, we didn't want to rush shot pizza. Calzone, rather. There we go. Double jump is really good for that. So you can kind of low profile, I guess high profile, whatever you want to call it, over enemies. Especially those crank shield guys. I didn't get the kick off to the left. And we're gonna go here. Almost to the ability. Just a few more screens, actually. We're gonna hop over these guys. And actually, I could use a few more smoke bombs. I'm pretty reserved through here, just because I usually only have 2. But having 5 is absolutely great, so I can like use one here. And as you're seeing, like the secondary effect of the smoke bombs is that they can stun enemies. Actually, I can just go up here now. And this is actually pretty cool here. Oh, I missed it. Rip. You can just smoke bomb up through there through the transition. Alright. Oh. Now I gotta deal with these guys. That's fine though. I just really dislike dealing with that guy right there. He does a tad bit more damage. And here we go. What's up, Karai? So yeah, she gives us by far the best ability in the game. It's a dash that we can use on the ground and in the air as well. And we can break these glass barriers now too. And I'm gonna get the safety pizza here.
Pizza time!
There we go. He said it. Alright, so I'm gonna sneak down here, get some more smoke bombs. I need at least 2 going into the next area. Oh god. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get in there, Mikey. Okay, I'm just gonna use some shurikens then. Jeez. Okay, he just wouldn't get in there. And he's actually gonna die, so I'm gonna switch off to Leo.
Leo is good to go.
So there's like a cajillion foot soldiers in this room. You can dash over them like that. And then get some smoke bombs. Little skip here. This is unintended. So, I'm actually gonna save here. And I've been skipping certain meditation rooms just because certain ones will reveal portions of the map and kill like 10 seconds or something like that. So yeah, in the air you can chain all your abilities together. So you get one of each. So you can jump, and then of course you can chain onto a double jump, and then you get one use of your air dash. You also get one use of a shuriken or a smoke bomb. And then I'm gonna have a few less shurikens playing Guilty Gear in here with this guy. But here's the next boss. Also, telepathic April. So, we have Tiger Claw giving Neutralizer the mutagen weapon. And then he takes off. We'll see him later. But right now, we're going to have to deal with Tiger Claw and his anime air dashes. Also, after you fight Baxter, you get an upgrade to your block. So you can actually parry now. Alright, so let's go ahead and use these specials. And then I'm gonna bust into some iframes here with Wrath and try to finish him off. Okay.
I'm gonna slap the stripes off you.
Oh, what? That wasn't a parry? That wasn't a parry either. Okay, I guess I'm gonna finish him off with Dawn. It's not too bad that I lose the turtle here. Also, it doesn't matter where you finish him off. Like, you're gonna respawn all the way to the right in the room anyway. Alright, so took some battle scars, but luckily there's a save room right here too that doesn't reveal any of the map. I'm just gonna swap over to Mikey, get those iframes, and then just chain dash on the ground. I think that's the first time I didn't get seen by that guy. Alright, a few damage boosts, that's fine. So if you touch a wall or the ground for a frame, then it resets your abilities like naturally, like in the air. And I suspect that taking a damage boost does it too. There's also something cool that I discovered, actually pretty recently. Almost did it there. So you can carry over your attack animation into a dash, which opens up some pretty neat possibilities. Always a little too far back for that one. Also, another property of the air dash that you're seeing there. So those spaces that you're intended to like crouch into or dodge roll, you can just dash into them. Oh, almost did it there. There it is. Yeah, so you saw that dashing jump kick that I did. I believe there's like a 1 or 2 frame window to do that. Like, you can definitely attack and then go into the dash, but they're counted as 2 separate actions. As opposed to just kind of pressing them one after the other, like rather quickly. But yeah, it's pretty difficult to do. Also, the dash gives us this ability here, the quick climb. So normally, like the jump kick will push you away from the wall, but then you can just dash back towards it. So I pretty much use that anytime there isn't a wall around, like left and right. Oh god. Okay, I'll just take it again. That's fine. Then we're gonna skip that guy. I'm probably gonna swap my gear too. So what? I'm down to 3 turtles. It's actually cool. So yeah, now we're back in the TCRA building, and I'm fairly sure that there is a skip that can be done to get over here early. But I just have not figured it out yet. Eventually I will. I also believe that it's possible to zip in this game. When I'm going actually pretty fast, I see enemies, like, especially those drones, zip on and off screen all the time. So yeah, now we're going back to the beginning. Well, at least the beginning of this section. Okay, there it is. There's a dash attack. Oh god. And we're going down. This guy's gonna chase. So there's a shock shuriken. This is actually the 3rd variation you get. I did skip 1. So you do get access to the triple shuriken, which I'm not entirely sure kills bosses faster, but it could. Because the damage for the triple shuriken isn't divided, so it's like you're throwing a single shuriken. Like you're just throwing a volley of like 3 single shurikens. But yeah, the shock shuriken doesn't have much use. The next variation I pick up is going to be a lot better. But that's neat for progression. So, you pick it up. Also, I don't think I mentioned the Takage. So at the beginning of this section, I did pick up an item that lets you climb onto rough surfaces. That's how I'm actually able to scale that elevator shaft there. And now, we're actually going to take a little trip to the final full area of the game. Oh, and I have smoke bomb, so I can do a little swag strat here too. So yeah, first yellow door that we encounter. Just use a shock shuriken to blow it open. And then I'm going to do a little safety strat here to set up for the end of the game.
Dimension X. I never get used to this place.
So, there is a full pizza in this room that you can just keep respawning. And that pizza box I picked up earlier, it actually functions exactly the same as an E-Tank in Mega Man X. So any health overflow just goes straight into it. This game is for PS3 and 360. Yeah, I'm not sure how they ordered the pizza to Dimension X, but there we are. So I'm going to go in one more time, because the end of this game is going to be pretty rough. Alright, let's go. I really dislike these Krang guys. Like, the blue Krang guys, you cannot low profile them. Like, they are very tall. Which is kind of why the... climb the wall, you know? Which is kind of why the dash attack is pretty good. Alright, and I have one more smoke bomb, so I can go up there. And I'm not going to bother saving here either. So, I have a couple turtles that are healthy. And there's another full pizza coming up. The question is, am I going to survive? There are like a few Krang guys. There it is. Nice safety pizza. And this guy's just going to edge guard me now. Alright. So, I did net a little bit of health there. But anyway, moving on. The explosive shuriken is a little bit better. I don't use it too much. But again, you need it for progression. So that destroys red doors. And I want to stay far away from those guys right there. So these really tall Krang dudes, those guys will take at least a quarter of your health if they make contact with those saw blades. Okay, let's blow that open.
I have a really bad feeling.
Alright, Leo could die here. In fact, I'm going to switch. So, in this room, you're upside down and your controls are reversed. Let's just go Mikey. This is the only room in the game that does this, by the way. It's very annoying. Alright, out of there. Alright, need one more to go through here. And I'm not sure I mentioned this, but every one of the special shurikens requires chi. Just to stun an explosive. And it's actually cool to damage boost through here. So this is about the time where I want to be losing another turtle. Just to save a little time after the next boss. But first, a message from Leatherhead. So he's just kind of hanging out in Dimension X for whatever reason. And he gives us an ability that's unfortunately not very useful in the speedrun. So it actually does require chi as well. So you can cloak, but yeah, you can't move while you're using the cloak. Okay. I want to get one dash attack off, but they won't let me. Yeah, Leatherhead's a friend here too. Okay, what turtles do I have left? It's actually fairly important. Okay, Raph is out. I might need to preserve. Well, I guess that's gone. Okay, I definitely don't want Donnie to be the last one. So I'm gonna go into the next boss fight with Donnie, and then I'm gonna kill him off, and we're gonna go to Leo. And he's coming up pretty quickly here. Actually, right after this room. So that guy we saw earlier, Neutralizer, yeah, he's right in here. Neutralizer is actually fairly annoying, like if you play this game casually. Like, he throws all kinds of mines and he has missiles and stuff. But you want to hit him with 3 shurikens, and then that's going to cause a malfunction on his weapon, and then he's going to teleport forward. Alright, now that that's out, let's go to our specials. I think actually... Oh, okay. That was a lot faster than I was expecting. I actually hit him with every single shuriken this time. So normally I miss a few shurikens, and then I lose a turtle, which is, again, just a setup. And then we actually get a really cool game, or this is a really cool game. We get a really cool cutscene in the really cool game here. And this one's actually mandatory to watch as well. But we get to see Master Splitter in action. Yeah, so Splinter trashes all these Krang guys, strokes his beard a little, and then a message from Shredder. So now we're going towards endgame. But we have one last ability. So Splinter gives us the ability to do air specials. So there's one there that's actually pretty cool. I think Donnie probably has the coolest one. And probably the most useful. Alright, so now I'm going to take an intentional death. And iframes are so long for the turtles in this game. It's like the opposite of Radical Rescue. And hopefully I warp back to that room I peeked in the beginning. Yes, I did. All right.
Gotta get out.
All right, so that rescue room right there, I believe, is the closest to the final area. There may be one in the sewer that's closer, but I haven't tested it yet. Yeah, I'll take those 20-pack of shurikens. Okay, so the Dharma doll. I'll talk about that. So, Dharma dolls, you commonly see them in Japan. One eye is filled when you begin a task, and the other eye is filled once the task's complete. So it's a neat little detail in this game. So those eyes will get filled in. And the second one, I'm not sure if it gets filled in on 100% or after you beat Shredder.
I'm sweet like that.
Take that. Actually, I'll take that too.
Sweet pickups.
Okay. So, the way I routed this game, just having one turtle, I do need that E-Tank, that pizza box, to fight Shredder. Because you thought the randomizer was going to start after this game? No. No, the randomizer starts now. Shredder is incredibly random. And he's very dangerous. And I'm taking a lot of damage. This is actually going to be kind of scary. Hopefully he gives me a good pattern. Alright. So he puts on his new mutagen weapon. And then he gives us some very Street Fighter inspired moves here. If you play, you might recognize these from a couple characters. So he does a couple attacks, and then he jumps off to a corner, and our goal is to knock him into the electricity. Oh god. And he has 3 different colored attacks. Actually got really lucky there. That's the worst. That's the worst RNG you can get. Like, that attack lasts for so long, and then by the time it's over, it closes the window for you to attack him, so he will counterattack. Alright, this is kind of bad RNG here. Oh, there they are. Uh-oh. This is a bad situation.
Don't scare me.
So phase 2 is the worst. Okay. Alright, so time is coming up, and it's going to be on the last hit of Shredder when I knock him through the floorboards.
Come to me, my footbox.
Don't give up.
Oh, baby blue. No, 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 no. Please. I'm dead. Alright, so that was
Oh,
looking pretty
man.
good at
Gotta
first.
get out.
That's really unfortunate. Yeah, so that blue rain, again, it lasts forever. It closes the window where you can actually attack him at the end. And it reverses your controls. So it's just all around bad. It's pretty terrible. Yeah, it was. Yeah, but now I gotta trek all the way back to Shredder, unfortunately. Yeah, once he calls the foot soldiers out there, it gets really bad. Luckily with that rescue room, it isn't a long trek to get back to him. And Shredder is actually why the estimate for this is so high. Because again, it's gonna take a few tries to get him. Hopefully I can get him this time. But yeah, he also has a red attack that just slows you down. Red attack is the best to get hit by. And yellow is definitely the worst. Alright, I actually don't even have any backup pizza at this point. Yeah, and then we have yellow. Yellow is the easiest to dodge, but then you can attack. You can move around, but you can't attack. I don't think you can block either. Alright, long teleport. Okay, please don't do blue. Alright, yellow. Alright, if I get a good phase 2, we could be in business here.
Come to me, my footpots. Does not work.
Okay, hopefully he jumps off to the left. Nope, to the right. Please go to the right. No, he's gonna jump to the left. Alright, and he's gonna do blue rain. Okay, this might be pretty good. Nope. Counter attack window.
Don't scare me.
Alright. Okay.
Defeat is inevitable.
Whew. Okay. Alright, time's coming up now. There it is. Second try Shredder's not bad.
Hold on, Karai. I'll have you free in no time.
Took you guys long enough.
Oh yeah! How awesome are we?
I gotta say it.
Turtle power! What was that? A new catchphrase? Forget it, Donnie. We already have Booyakasha. Karai, come back.
Yeah, that
with
Shredder
us.
fight is incredibly random, and it's very scary.
Can't, Leo.
I'm telling you the truth. Hamato Yoshi, Splinter.
Oh, man.
He's your true father.
And the ending to this game is very short, too.
I need to do what I think is right in the moment. And it means helping Shredder. Goodbye, Leo. For now.
Let's see, 44. 44 minutes isn't bad.
After all this, she's still gonna help him? She'll come around, Raph.
Yeah, so my goal for this
Give her
game
time.
is sub 40 right now. I think my PB
Let's
is
go
like
home, Turtles.
41 minutes or something like that.
Turtle Power!
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. This is probably my favorite Turtles game at this point. So yeah, good stuff. And then, yeah, TMNT Randomizer coming up next. That's actually a big treat too.